right. Good afternoon. How are you? Or at least it's 3 minutes from afternoon where I am. I trust that you all are feeling well and are happy and healthy. This is a really difficult time right now for so many people, and it has been on my heart as we've had a number of students, either family members affected by the coronavirus, or just for sure, everyone in aviation's job has been affected by coronavirus. And so it's been on my heart to make sure there are some affordable ways for students to continue to improve their aviation English, not just student pilots, but pilots, air traffic controllers, and aviation professionals around the world. So I have created a way here so that you can take a look at different things on the web and be able to use the internet to improve your aviation English skills. So we're going to go along with this. I'll show you some tools, and then I have a surprise at the end. So if you're watching this after the fact, you might want to take a look at that and scroll all the way to the end to see what we have to offer you. All right, so let's talk about using the internet to improve your aviation English skills. There are so many tools on the web. You know, it's like if you want to exercise more, you can go on YouTube, you can go on Instagram, you can go on Facebook and watch workouts, you can go outside and just walk. You can do all kinds of things. So there are plenty of tools that are always available thanks to the internet and thanks to life for us to utilize if we just get ourselves in that right mindset. So when you do a web search and you find something that you're going to use, in today's lesson, I'm going to be using a YouTube video. Look for the terms that are commonly used. Listen to which words are like high frequency. Are they good words? Are they things that you should make part of your vocabulary and start to use a little bit more? Just try to pay attention to those when you're watching the video. Sit down with a notebook. So maybe if you're watching like a 5, 10, 15-minute video, just something short, sit down with a notebook and maybe take 30 minutes to watch the video as you pause it and take some notes. Think about what are some higher vocabulary words that you hear, maybe a word that's new to you that you recognize. And depending on where you're getting your video from, you may be able to use some subtitles if they're available. Sometimes watching subtitles on videos, especially on YouTube, if they're like auto-generated in aviation, can be problematic at best. Because they don't necessarily speak aviation English in the subtitle language, but try to find them out if you can. You know, if you need help, you're looking at something, feel free to shoot us a Facebook message letting us know what you want to look at, and we can help you find some of the words if you can't figure them out yourself. Let us know what the name is of the YouTube video that you're watching or whatever, and we should be able to help you there. But look for some new words that you have available. Today what we're going to use is I'm using a YouTube video that some of my students that I teach in face-to-face classes use to do a particular project. And this is one of the projects that they do. The AOPA has a number of videos, and this is an accident case study called Communication Breakdown. I linked to these two when I was asking you all to vote for which video you wanted me to teach. So you will find the link if you scroll back in some previous Facebook posts that I had made previously. So anyway, you can see this is a short video, less than 15 minutes long. You can sit down with it and do some practice with it. So when you look at the video and let's say you make a list of some words. You can put some words into some different categories. Are they all, can you categorize words by actions or places? What are the high frequency words that you're using? So by building some associations, you can start to make connections between different kinds of words. So one activity that you can do with the words after you watch the video is just simply categorizing. Try to do some listening practice just every day to build your ear. I'm talking about exercising. You wouldn't do 5 repetitions of an exercise and say that that is enough to build some strength. Certainly it would keep you mobile to some extent, but you do need to do a little bit of practice every day to help build your ear. That listening practice is not only going to help you build your comprehension skills, but also your fluency and your pronunciation. And you don't have to have all the subtitles to be able to understand what's going on if you're listening to something that's appropriate for your level. So you wouldn't listen to some material that is very complicated with super advanced vocabulary if you have a lower level of English or lower level knowledge in a specific subject area, right? You wouldn't start to listen to a graduate level astronomy course if you haven't the foundation on which to build. So make sure you listen to something appropriate, but just listening to things and learning in context will help you to build your ear. Then in referencing, I'm going to X out of this for a little bit and I'm going to go over to this case study. Here I have 2 samples of projects that students had done with the communication breakdown video, and what you'll see here is we gave them some words to learn from, some expressions that might be new in, and I'm just going to scroll through these so that you can see what it is that we did. Traffic was brisk, it was moving pretty quickly, there was a call for clarification. So notice how some words we're building associations and learning them in pairs. Sometimes we're learning them singularly. Visually clear the final approach. Supersede. Complacency, that's a good word. Familiarity breeds contempt, somewhat similar to complacency. Shaky assumptions. And then we're referencing some aviation-specific terminology, angle of attack, high gross weight, making an abrupt maneuver. That would be some Aviation English that we're using there together to do something abruptly, really quickly. And then the students go ahead and they answer some questions about the video and do this when they do their presentation. That one was pretty interesting with the different things that the student chose to create. But we have different words, different things here. And the student provided a variety of different answers that are there. So let's just talk a little bit about what that particular presentation was about. In the video communication breakdown, there was a communication breakdown between the pilot and the air traffic controller. And the controller gave an instruction to the pilot. And at one point, the pilot did read it back. In another instance, the pilot did not get a readback or give a readback for that message. Think about, as a point to improve your own aviation English, think about this question. You can do this with a voice recorder. Give yourself about 30 seconds to answer the question. But why is it important to get a readback when you're speaking on the radio, whether you're a pilot or an air traffic controller? Why is it important that the other person understands what you say? How does that matter to you? How does that help you? I think you'll agree that when we talk on the radio, we don't just talk on the radio for our own benefit. It's really not, even though it's two-way communication between the pilot and the air traffic controller. It's so much more than that because there are other people flying in the air and there are other people listening. So when those two people are communicating with one another, especially within sight of an airport, there's going to be potentially more traffic. And it's so important that everyone knows where one another is and so that they can be predictive. Not everyone is always flying VFR. And so by listening to the communications that there are on the radio, you are really helping everybody to have some safe conditions there. Okay, so that is just a really super quick little lesson and shows how you can use a variety of different tools on the web. Today I did a YouTube video, but there's so many different tools that you can use. Maybe in the next Facebook Live I'll do something on some reading. Remember that we have a private Facebook group where you can practice, and you see that now here on the screen. Expedite Our Aviation English. This is a private group. This is a private group open only to pilots and air traffic controllers. In other words, people who would be learning aviation English. And if you are a pilot or air traffic controller or other aviation professional and are interested in being in this group, it is a private group, so it's a safe space for you to practice and improve your aviation English skills. And so we invite you to join. There's a couple questions for you to answer. We just ask that everybody be supportive of one another. We have different members in the group who hold different proficiency levels, and so we just want to make sure that everybody's in a safe space and has plenty of room to practice. From time to time we post videos and comments and those types of things on there. So anyway, that is there available to you, and now I want to show you my little surprise here. So like I said, it's been on my heart with the whole coronavirus thing that has affected so many people around the world, and I know that I have former students who have been in my classes who've taken ICAO tests, and they're not working right now. If we think about what's going on in and around the world, people are flying. If they are flying a different schedule, students in some places in the world had to stop training. I know here in Florida, flights were grounded for a period of time as people were quarantined. I don't know what things are like for you all around the world, but everything has changed for a lot, and it's been in my heart and in my mind to do some type of a membership for a period of time. I know that in order to build ICAO English proficiency skills, you can't just take a class for a couple weeks and get better. You can, and we do have people who do that, and a 91% success rate in improving students' ICAO levels, sometimes a full level or more within a month, depending on the student and the student's effort. Certainly success in improving, helping students reach their ICAO goals to take the test. And so we have a variety of different tools, different classes, things like that. We have our practice ICAO test that you can take on your own for $10, or we have a practice test that you can take with us if you're gonna take a test and you want a little feedback from an instructor. I do those, typically do those tests myself. Sometimes we have other instructors who do those tests too, and they give you a little bit of feedback to let you know where they are. That practice ICAO test is $30. But it's been on my heart to create something a little bit more long lasting, to let somebody be able to take classes as it fits their schedule and it fits their life. So, as a result of that, I have created for Expedite Aviation English membership. And in this membership, there are a variety of different sections. This membership here has a section for ICAO testing strategies. In other words, what are the skills that you need to do if you are going to take a test? Same thing if we go back to my example of exercising. You can just go outside and run, but there's ways that you can run so that you run more efficiently and run better when you do run, or you can just go run. There's a difference there. So there is a little bit of strategic effort that you can place into your test to potentially receive a better score. There are resources that we like, that we know, ways that you can go on the web and find things. And so we've taken the time to research those and can help you locate those. Plus, we've created, of course, our own resources to help you do better. We have 8 content lessons to help you improve your ICAO English skills currently. These are main subject area lessons. There are also worksheets that go along with each of these, and all of this is going to continue to be added to. If you go in the membership right now, it's gradually getting put together. We hope to have this live by June 1st. It is live in format now, and everything's getting all put together. But if you were to say, hey, I want to do this now, you could hop over to expeditelevel4.com and you could jump in the membership and have access to all of the things that we've created. We have a section for every area of the language descriptors: comprehension, fluency, interactions, pronunciation, structure, vocabulary. We have 8 practice tests available. Now remember, these practice tests, I just told you I sell one of those for $10, self-study practice tests that you can do and get an idea of your own English proficiency, but we have 8 of those available in the membership. We will be doing 1 live lesson per week. These will be 30-minute live lessons, and they will be at different times every week so that different people can participate around the world. And all of these live lessons will be recorded, and they will be stored in the membership so that you can always go back and access these lessons. And then finally, there will be a private Facebook group. Now, I said this is a private Facebook group. This one is free. There will be another one called Strategies for ICAO Testing. Actually, it's already in existence. But this will be a private membership group for members who have paid to join the membership. And the crazy thing that I am, well, not like that, it's like this. Our membership for right now during this period of coronavirus, where the world has been so impacted in it, I am offering that membership for $49.99 a month. Even if you were just to do the 8 practice tests, that would be $80 right there. And that's not counting the live lessons and all of the other content lessons that we have in this membership. We will soon be offering a yearly price too, if you choose to pay by the year. That yearly price will be $300, $299.99 per year. If you just want a full year's access to that. We know that when you study, like I said, it's best if you do that for a a period of time so that you have time to get stronger in what it is that you're doing. Now, I haven't been looking at any of the comments in Facebook as I've been doing this, so hopefully, I will be able to get back in there and answer your questions that we have. But please send us a message. Let us know how that we can help you. We look forward to helping you reach your ICAO English proficiency goals. You have a wonderful day.